ನೀನೇ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬಂದೆ, ಗಾಡಿನ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ಸೋಣ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ನೀನು ಹೊರದೆ.
Welcome to the wonderful city of Hyderabad, where we will be in action for another I-League encounter. But this time, the Deccan Arena, which has been famous for hosting Srinidhi Deccan matches, will be playing host to a certain Rajasthan United as they take on Churchill Brothers live in the second match of today. It's Rajasthan United versus Churchill Brothers FC Goa, and we are from the wonderful Deccan Arena in Hyderabad, where a Rajasthan United side, as we take a look at their dressing room, would like to play like champions, how it's written in the changing room, but they have struggled so far in the I-League. 3 losses in 3 games, 0 points, right at the bottom of the I-League table. It has been a poor start to the campaign for Rajasthan United. They've also conceded 8 goals and really would like to get their first points of the season. Is today the day? We will find out sooner rather than later. Let's hear what Pushpender Kundu has to say.
Yes, it's happened with any team, and there's only way that you have to work harder and move forward. And for this match, we have nothing without any point. So my boys are ready and they're determined to get their best shot and get the point from the first in this match.
This is your first home game. How has your team settled in this city of Hyderabad and this turf also?
See, if you ask me personally, that is not for our home game, but it's almost an away game. But yes, most of boys are used to play in the turf and the atmosphere. Now in the month of November, it's quite temperature also quite good. So we trained 2 sessions here, and boys are comfortable on the pitch. So let's hope for a good game.
Thank you so much, sir, and all the very best.
And on the other hand, the Red Machines, the one-time champions of the I-League, Churchill Brothers, who have won 2 I-League titles back in 2008, 9 and 12, 13, now look to try and get to the top of the I-League once again. Let's hear what their coach has to say before today's encounter.
Against Rajasthan United.
Te felicito por el partido pasado que ganaste y te pregunta qué estás planeando para hoy. ¿Cómo lo afrontas?
Bueno, muchas gracias. Sí, fue un partido difícil, duro. Churchill no había ganado nunca en esa cancha y el partido este va a ser difícil, complicado. Y bueno, trataremos de hacer lo posible, trataremos de hacer un partido similar al que se hizo en Kashmir.
Well, thank you for the congrats. Last game was really tough. We think that it's the first time that Churchill win in that turf, in that field. And also think this game is going to be really hard. But we are very confident about our team, and we are trying to do the same and take the 3 points.
Vichara came in with 2 important goals in the last game. Would it be a good feeling? How good a feeling it is to have strikers in such red hot form?
Dice que quiere venir a hacer los goles y que sentís de tener jugadores que estén en ese estado de forma.
Sí, no solamente Dichara, tenemos a disposición 3 delanteros, tanto Dichara, Chica como Ogama. Están los 3 muy bien. Ogama recién llega al plantel, Chica ya hace una semana que está con nosotros y Dichara, bueno, viene teniendo un trabajo y una performance en el anterior partido muy buena, así que esperemos de continuar con la participación goleadora de él.
We think we don't have only a good one forward, but we have a good team and also 3 good forwards, Ogana, Chica and Ricardo. And it's always good news having this participation of all of the forwards, all of 3.
Thank you so much.
And there were the assistant and the coach of Churchill Brothers as we move back to the Deccan Arena to just see a bit of the warm-ups before the teams take the pitch. And very interesting to hear what Edgardo Raul Malvestiti, the Argentine coach, had to say with all the attacking flair that Churchill Brothers possess. And let's take a look at how Rajasthan United line up in a 4-5-1 formation with Richard Katse, the Ghanaian, up top. Hardik Bhatt has been leading from behind as the skipper. Ruat Kima will start as a left back. Nam starts in the center of the defense as well. And they have Ibrahim Moro from Ghana and Richardson, Denzel, who will also definitely want to get things going for Rajasthan United. As I said, having started off the campaign in quite a disappointing fashion. And on the other hand, there's Churchill brothers with lots of firepower in their ranks, as we will take a look at their lineup in a couple of seconds' time. Here they are with Bilal in between the sticks. There's Leslie, Ralte, Gogu, Caligari, Martin, Costa, Rahul, Raju, Anil Gaonkar, Faisal, Ali, and Ricardo Dichiara, who scored 2 goals in the last game versus Real Kashmir. Their other goal came in the form of an own goal from the Real Kashmir side of things. These two sides have met in the past, but they've got 2 wins each. So today it will be about who can get that third and just get a bit of an advantage over the other side. The last meeting was when Churchill brothers won by 5 goals to nil, and the one before that was a 2-1 win from Rajasthan United. So it has been quite even whenever these two sides meet each other, but under these circumstances it could all change. For Rajasthan United, they've had a poor start to the season. They've had not too much time in their new adopted home in the form of the Deccan Arena here in Hyderabad. They're also playing on an artificial turf surface, which might be slightly difficult, and they're also playing against the Churchill brothers side, who are not in the best of form and can definitely try to look at this game and get 3 points to add to their 4 points tally. And if that wasn't enough to get you excited for this encounter, alongside me in the commentary box today is Steve Leon, the Belgian who has been in India for a couple of years or more and has been around the globe coaching and picking up little bits of information and brushing shoulders with big managers and big players, and having joined us in the last game. It's a pleasure, Steve, to have you with this game as well.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me also. 2 matches in a row. Especially hoping that we can see an encounter like the previous one, attacking from the beginning, some goals, and not finishing very quickly. I think that both teams will try to save their season at the beginning of the season already. They both need it, so let us see how it's going to go from the start.
Yeah, and here are the 2 captains, very different in their approaches to the game. Hardik Bhatt is the skipper of Rajasthan United, still fairly young, but has shown a lot of composure and is already quite experienced. And on the other hand, the Uruguayan Martin Nicolas Chavez Garcia, who dictates stuff from the midfield, hasn't been able to score yet, but you get the feeling that today we could see some brilliance from the Uruguayan. And we spoke so much in the last game about coaches and bringing in a certain style of players, and of course we can see from the Churchill brothers lineup that he likes that South American flair, I beg your pardon, does Edgardo Raul Malvestiti.
Yeah, you see now he comes from Argentina itself. He brought some players from South America. And it's always a good link. Of course, you speak the language. You've seen his interview also. He doesn't have the English right now that he can bring up to his players. He needs a translator. That means also difficulty for the Indian players to understand everything tactic-wise, what he wants to bring. It's something that also plays in the mind. But of course, you have 3 players who understand him very well. 2 Argentinians, 1 Uruguayan player. So they will help him on the pitch. Like we discussed before also, how important that is, what we saw with Edu Bedia, for example. They will be doing the same for his team, and they will try to get him the 3 points.
Oh yes, 3 points is what is up for grabs today. Like always in the I-League, and you get the feeling that this is a very important 3 points, especially for Rajasthan United as they play host today in the Deccan Arena to Churchill Brothers FC, who are in their famous red strip. Rajasthan United today wearing white, and they will be looking for their first 3 points of the campaign. That is offside against Ricardo, who gets his first touch very early on in the game. And for Rajasthan United, Steve, we mentioned about Trau and how they haven't started off really well. Rajasthan United have been worse off, 0 points from 3 games, conceding 8, or rather having a goal difference of -8, and conceding 5 most recently to Gokulam Kerala. So they've got to get it right today.
You need to get it right, absolutely. After having 0 points after 3 matches, you need to get points. You need to get that feeling how you will put everything together. This at the beginning of a season, it's a very, very important match already. I've seen that right now they are playing a little bit more direct. We will see on an AstroTurf also, it's a bit different playing again. Are your players used to it or not? So yes, it's a must-win game for Rajasthan, but it's a must-win game for Churchill also.
Oh, yes, and that is a crunching challenge, a sandwich tackle from 2 Churchill brothers players. No foul, says the referee though. Hardik Bhatt is asking the question. It looks like it is Richardson Denzel who's down and might need a bit of treatment. Not wasting any time with those hard challenges. Is that something you speak to your players about? Not a reckless challenge, of course, but just a challenge to let the strikers know that, all right, you're up for something today?
Absolutely, but it depends match by match. It depends what kind of players you have in front of you. Sometimes you will tell your players to try and annoy one player, let me say it that way, because at the end you can maybe get a reaction. A reaction can get to a red card. So it's things that you take with you as a coach, and it's things that you bring forward to your players. At the end, we need to try everything within the zones that are possible. We need to get 3 points.
And we spoke about the firepower that Churchill brothers possess going forward in their starting lineup with a couple of Argentine players and a Uruguayan striker as well. There's a bit of a foul from Ricardo. A little different when it comes to Rajasthan United. They've got Dario De Silva Jr., who moving forward is incredible when he holds on to the ball. They've also got, he is from Brazil, they've got Ibrahim Moro from Ghana in the midfield, Richardson Denzel, who we just saw, also from Ghana, and Richard Gatse. So the Ghanaian strike force and midfield is something that Rajasthan United would like to put to use as well. Here they come down the left, that should be a corner. So that's something that they can also try and get something from in this game.
Yeah, of course. Like we said before, if you get a mixture of players who come from the same direction or come from the same background, they will understand each other much quicker. And understanding is so important on a pitch, as we can maybe see with this corner here already.
Here is Ibrahim Moro, one of the Ghanaians, looking to put this into the area. It's a flick on, decent flick there from Richard Gatse. Isn't able to get it to one of his players though. And now it could open up for Churchill brothers if that pass was only made through. Here's Faisal Ali. Great ball from him. Ricardo is pulled back, is he? Big decision for the ref to make. He decides that it was not enough from Nam, who is a nifty player, and that's a risky touch there because it could have been a last man challenge.
It could have been a red card after 4 minutes already. I don't really see if he's really pulling him, but a player going backwards, there's always a chance that you pull the shirt.
And here's Richardson, plays it wide. Bit of a touch and a chance to shoot. It's a decent shot, and it's an incredible goal for Rajasthan United. What a way to start off this one. And it's Lal Chung Nunga who cuts in, and with that lethal left foot of his has given Rajasthan United the lead at Deccan Arena.
First shot, first goal. I think we're up for another match like we were on the first one. Great turn to the inside, left foot, first post shot, always dangerous direction, a goalkeeper. A little bit unexpected that he was going to shoot from there, but great finish.
Oh yes, What a great goal. We've seen some stunning goals in the Deccan Arena itself, and it's safe to say that Churchill brothers have been stunned. That's referee Ashish Tiwari, very experienced. He is in charge today. Ball is played towards Anil Gaonkar, who's had a good start to the season. And already, Steve, it just looks like Rajasthan United are more up for it. There's more intent. They're going forward. As we take a look at this goal once again, what a strike from Chunga. Superb stuff from him. And just coming back to what I was saying, they just look like they are more hungry today. They want it more. In the last few games, they haven't really started off too well. And this is something which will resonate with an early goal and give them a lot more confidence now.
It's always about confidence. Whatever match you play, whatever moment you go into a competition, if you have the confidence, you will create the chances, you will finish. And sometimes it's a bit of luck also. The ball goes in, the defender doesn't really put his front. You see that he turns away, something what we always teach our defenders. Don't turn away. Keep your body looking at the ball. Put your foot in front of it. Turns away. Ball goes next to him. Go. So at the end, of course, for them now, it's a good moment. It's a good moment of, we're going to go for that 3 points. Great goal. We'll get that confidence right now. But now you need to keep going, of course.
And a great start for Chunga, who is come on loan from Hyderabad FC in the Indian Super League. That's something that we do see quite often, especially for young players who have been nabbed up by an Indian Super League team, but of course not getting too much of game time. Come on loan into the I-League and they set the ground running. So for the development of a player, it's very important to have a couple of years in the I-League.
You need match time. But whatever player you are, whatever age you are, you need match time. And I see too many players, and it's changing a little bit, which is good. But I see too many players immediately going to ISL, just sitting in the stand, not even on the bench, sitting in the stand, not getting their minutes and wasting their talent. Go back 1 or 2 divisions, play your matches, get your match time and make a difference for your career. I absolutely think that is a great move that he made, and right now you see what he's doing on the pitch.
Yeah, it's definitely working for him. Here is Richard Gadze, gets past Gogu. There is Faisal Ali, someone else who had a very good season in the I-League for Mohammedan Sporting, then went to Bengaluru FC in the Indian Super League. Now he's back in Churchill Brothers for another stint in the I-League. Here's Chunga again from another angle as we see the goal. So yes, very important to get that time in the I-League, and then this is what you can do. And going back to the Indian Super League, players like Chunga and Faisal will have more of that confidence which we were speaking about. Another ball comes in, nicely defended away, and this is good pressure from Rajasthan United, but Churchill Brothers deal with it this time round. Ricardo plays it forward into the path of Anil, and it will not stay in.
It's indeed very, very important for young players like Faisal. Indeed, we were just talking about him. Faisal played quality matches at Mohammedan, became champion in CFL with them, played a lot of matches in I-League, got a great transfer to Bengaluru, didn't really take off over there. You go back, you play your minutes, you play your matches, and you try to push for the next transfer again to do better next time.
Yes, and it has been Chunga. Down the right-hand side, you can already see the confidence that is building from him just after that goal. A lot of his players will also feed off that confidence, especially Rajasthan United, who haven't had the best start so far. A goal like that can just change your campaign, can get everybody moving a lot better, can bring in a different spirit to the side. And from a youngster, for him to do that, I think it's a great way to get this game running. And that should be a foul from Gogu. Play on, says the referee. This is a decent advantage if they can use it. And then Ashish Tiwari himself gets involved with the play and has to stop it. Will be a drop ball. And 10 minutes in, it will take a bit of time for both of these teams to get used to the AstroTurf surface, Steve. And no matter what you say, no matter how many times you practice on it, as that ball is played through, if you're not used to it, it's not easy to get adjusted to the Astro surface.
No, it's not easy at all. It's a completely different bounce of the ball. Moment that you get it on a grass pitch, the ball most of the times bounces a bit higher. On a AstroTurf, it stays lower. Balls are getting a little bit stopped because of the AstroTurf compared to on grass. So it's a different way of playing.
This almost was a chance for Faisal to feed in Anil, but he wasn't able to. A decent ball, a very good ball in fact for Chunga. Caligari will wait for him. Chunga goes right this time, plays it inside. It's a decent ball at the edge of the area. A chance for a shot, and it's hit almost outside the Deccan Arena. But this is a great start from Rajasthan United. And you can see that they mean business today. That shot came in from Go Cookie.
And as I was just saying, ball is being stopped a little bit on an AstroTurf. Means that the winger could still get that ball quite easily, where on a grass pitch it would have been outside. It's something you need to take in your mind as a player. It's something that you need to take in your mind as a coach. You need to tell your players this. Even if you train much on it or not, they need to know that it's a different way of playing, a different style of playing. So they need to be careful with the defenders. I think the defender was thinking ball will go outside, and he will already start slowing down a little bit, but the ball didn't.
Yes, and that is something that a lot of teams traveling will have to take into consideration here, and also when they go to Srinagar to play their games. And for now, Rajasthan United are doing really well against the Churchill Brothers side, who haven't really found too much of form. 2 good goals from Ricardo within a few minutes, which really helped them, versus Real Kashmir. That is a turn for Martin. He will get a foul. Abraham is not too impressed, but it was a bit of a foul from him. Gogu plays it through. Easy pickings there from Nam. 2 fouls apiece. Richard Gatse was looking for a nice chest towards his player there. That's a good one too. Here's Faisal Ali on his left foot. And that is what we are talking about the turf. It just got stuck slightly and wasn't able to open up his body usually, as Faisal likes to do so. But a good chance there for Churchill Brothers. Almost given it away. Yes, they have. Ricardo to Martin. Can he shoot with his left foot? He does, but it's not on target this time round. And that is a lot better from the Red Machines.
Yeah, Churchill is finally getting the ball a little bit, playing that ball around, trying to find the players on the right spots. But right now the game is in Rajasthan's hands. 1-0 up front. Churchill will have to do something to get that ball moving more.
Yeah, it's very important for Martin, who just took that shot, to get more involved. As I said, they've almost given possession away here, have Rajasthan United, but then they do clear it forward. And a bit of a chase there from Dario De Silva Jr., who's having a bit of a word with Gogu. It will be interesting to see how Dario De Silva gets moving, because from what we've seen when he starts off the games, moving from that left flank into the central positions, he's very dangerous. Long ball played towards the right hand side. Faisal looks like he is onside. Will keep it in. Will try to shift onto that left foot of his. He does, and plays it towards the center of the pitch. That's a poor touch from Rahul Raju. Tries to get back, brings Chunga down and gives away a free kick.
That's one of the strengths of Faisal. Faisal, his speed, running away from the full-back, turning back with his left foot. Very dangerous, good crosses in his feet most of the times. So it's something that you've seen already that they're going to try to use to do these runs behind the full-back. And Faisal going direction the goal immediately. It's something that Rajasthan will have to take care of, because he will get some chances.
Oh yes, he is very dangerous with ball at feet. And that will be an easy take. And something that Faisal likes to do is hold on to the ball, move forward with it. In the first couple of games, they've mostly been playing it into those channels. He doesn't really like that, likes the ball to come to him. That's what they have been doing. So it does take a bit of time to learn what your new players want and what your new teammates want. And as you can see now, they're also drawing Chunga into the game. Nice little dink from him. Wasn't a bad ball at all. Kadze almost getting on to the end of it. But Chunga has started off really well.
Forming a team means all on finding how a player wants to get the ball, where does he run through. Every player is completely different, and if you think, okay, this player is going to get those long balls every time, but he's not used to it, means you're going to lose a lot of balls, and that takes the right amount of time to form your team, form the running moments, where do they go to, where do they want to receive the ball, and every player is completely different.
Yes, that is a beauty of having different players who can do different things, and that's exactly what we do see today. We have the likes of Chunga and Faisal who like the ball at their feet. We also have the likes of Ibrahim who just likes to spray out the balls. Gatsi who likes to run on to the end of it. Hardik Bhatt who is a specialist in long throws. So lots of talent and lots of players to look forward to today. Here is Moro, plays it in, not the best of touches. And Rajasthan United look for another ball in. That's a decent one, a bit of a challenge, but it is cleared away. And now almost opens up for Martin. Ruat Kima does really well to fend him off and will put it out of play.
What I've noticed already is that Churchill brothers is using a little bit more the direct approach, trying to get these balls over the defenders, compared to Rajasthan playing the ball around, moving up the pitch step by step. This is where again coaches make choices, and here you see the different kind of ways of playing, as you see right now, playing out from the back, getting that ball around, not just kicking it away. Churchill brothers is using a little bit of a different approach with their speed up front. So it's nice to see different sides of a game, and it's also good to see how the opposing coach and the opposing team will take care of it.
Oh, absolutely. These are the battles that you look forward to. You've got Pushpender Kundu, who is fairly new when it comes to being the head coach of a side. Has had a few assistant stints. And this could be a big chance. Ricardo taking it forward for Churchill brothers. He has a pass on. He goes for the pass, but the run was a bit too early there from Anil. Raju with another delivery in. Anil is offside this time, and what an opportunity for Churchill brothers. They have not taken it, and very honestly, that should have been an equalizer.
I think it was a very bad layoff. Player just behind him can just play the ball backwards, does a good run, doesn't look behind him, look at his face, he doesn't look behind him. Player is completely free at the penalty point. That would have been the good choice.
Yeah, he had two options there, and eventually just went in between there, Ricardo. Rajasthan United switching off. They've got to be careful of that. They've conceded quite a few goals this season by just switching off. Katsi almost gets that. That is a clearance. Ricardo this time is offside before he takes that shot. So as I was saying about the two managers, Steve, Pushpender Kundu, who is fairly inexperienced if you take into consideration who he is up against today, in the form of Edgardo Raul Malvestiti, who has been managing for around 27 years, has spent a bit of time in Newell Old Boys in Argentina, and that will be definitely different approaches. So those are also the things we look forward to off the pitch between two managers.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone with a lot of experience will try to change his team more quickly, will try to put another approach during the game. And as you see already again, like I said before, They are both playing a different style of football right now. Rajasthan is letting that ball go around. The coach of Churchill brothers is more trying to find the speed up front. But right now, if I look at our number 9 here, it doesn't look 100% fit, if I'm very honest. But that doesn't mean that he can't score a goal. And they are using it. They are using him up front, doing these runs, smart runs. So the coaches of Rajasthan needs to be very careful with this.
Yeah, it is Ricardo who did score a couple of goals for Churchill brothers in that win versus Real Kashmir. He's got forward again today, so he is the outlet. A couple of challenges coming in from Rajasthan United. That is a poor one from Gokiki, who makes it in a dangerous area as he brings down Ralte. This is a good chance now for Churchill brothers to get a shot at goal.
ಮನೋ ವಾಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನೋಡು.
Ravindra Mala Thakuri, who is in between the sticks today, sets up his wall. It looks like only Martin will be taking it. And here is where you mentioned, Steve, the communication is very important between keeper and defense. Get the wall right. He says it's all good, and only time will tell whether this wall can be penetrated by Martin or not. Costa just tries to shield a bit of the vision as long as they're far away from the wall. Here is Martin Garcia, great shot, and an equally good save from Mala Thakuri. Another big chance for Churchill brothers, and it is the glovesman who first intercepted that cross from Ricardo and then gets on the end of this free kick.
And if you look at the wall, there's a little bit of a space between two of the players, and the ball goes right in that space. It's something that coaches talk about before a match.
Another chance in. Martin puts it towards the second post. It's kept alive. Someone goes for the header. Ricardo could not take the shot. In fact, it was Caligari. Now another opportunity down the right. They go for a cross and will probably get a throw. Yes, it is. And it's very interesting that you say that, Steve, because to the layman, to the average fan, you probably won't notice that. But as a coach, that's exactly the small things that you are looking for. And it's great insight that we are getting from you today.
Absolutely. You saw immediately two tall players with a small player in between. Makes an opportunity for someone to shoot that ball there, and that's what Martin exactly did.
Here they go again, Churchill brothers. Moro with an acrobatic clearance. Will be kept in by Chunga. You can hear a few shouts from his players. Decides to switch it towards the other flank for Richardson. But Churchill brothers will move it forward. Now it's turning into a bit of an open game. Nicely done by Hardik Bhatt. And cleared by the keeper. Putting a bit of faith in him there, which is good. There's Rahul. Back to Martin. Churchill brothers finding a bit of their form here. Martin, good challenge from Hardik Bhatt. That is why he is trusted with the captain's armband. He's not afraid to put in those tackles and lead from the front.
But moments like those inside the box, always dangerous to go on the floor. Something that you need to think about as a defender. Sometimes it's better to just push them to the outside. Keep on your legs.
Here's Ralte, goes for a cross. Martin again. Raju! Could have just curled it slightly, but the angle of the shot always moving away from the goal. But this is much better from the Red Machines.
ತಗೋ ಮನೋ ಬಾಲ್ ಹತ್ರ ನಂದ.
These are moments that we tell our players, our defenders, stay on your legs. Don't go for that tackle within the box. Stay on your legs, push the player to the outside. Don't let him do a cross, don't let him do a shot, don't let him dribble your way. It's always easier said as a coach, of course, than when you're on the pitch, but it's these moments that we look at, because you do the wrong tackle, penalty immediately. You push him to the outside, at least you're still on your legs, someone can cover you, and we can control that game again.
And as you say that, Steve, it's exactly what has happened on the other side of the pitch. Emiliano Caligari not going to the floor, following the runner, playing it out, clearing his lines, and giving Rajasthan United a chance from the corner. We will just have to wait a bit because there is a bit of contact in the box. And this is good refereeing from Ashish Tiwari, just making sure everyone keeps their hands to themselves. Ruat Kima and Kadze involved. Leslie Rebello as well. And now, a chance to put a good ball into the area. It is a decent ball, but no one on the end of it from a white shirt. It was Ricardo who got there. That's a challenge from behind. An unnecessary one from Anil Gaonkar, and that will be a free kick for Rajasthan.
And you see with corners that Churchill brothers has opted to play man-on-man, defensive corners. Always you have an option there, you go play in zones or you go play in options to take them man-on-man. Here it's very clearly they play man-on-man.
And another opportunity to try and exploit that for Chunga. Delivers it towards the second post. This could be a chance. It's not been taken first time. Delaying the shot, and eventually, I think, oh, they do get a foul. They do get a foul there, right under the referee's nose. The Churchill brothers players don't like it, but it is Dario De Silva Jr. who's gone down, and this is a mouth-watering opportunity for Rajasthan United.
Let us see how Churchill puts the war. Like we just explained before, you see a little space, you have a good shooter, always dangerous. So let us see what the wall is being made like at Churchill Brothers, what the coaches told them to do. I see 4 big players right now, maybe a 5th one coming in there with Faisal. Let me see where the space is a little bit in between.
Yeah, it looks like it will be 5 of them. Martin wants to stand a little closer. Fairly animated Churchill Brothers players there. Looks like it will be 5, maybe 6 in the wall. Not going to be easy to get it over.
If I was the player over number 33, there's the little space in between. 2 big guys, smaller guy in the middle again, something which is dangerous.
Here is Chunga, who goes underneath the wall this time, has another chance but won't get that shot, and it just scrapes someone. But that is a very good idea from Chunga, who has already scored 1 past the experienced Bilal Khan. Let's take another look at it. Oh, in fact, it was towards the side. It wasn't under, but it was Ralte who just stepped in and did really well to anticipate that shot coming in. And now there is that long throw. It's not been taken by Hardik. Not too much space either. Maybe second time round, Rajasthan United will opt for that long throw. Hardik does go for the long throw. It's flicked on, but then a white shirt is not there. Cleared away by Faisal. Chunga is everywhere at the moment. Loses possession. That is a bit of a loose touch. As you said, the bounce off the turf, just not relaying with that first touch. Bilal will launch it forward to Faisal, who flicks it on quite well for Ricardo, who has Faisal with him. Goes for the ball in, but Martin's run was a bit too late. He was never making it. Martin almost keeps it in, but the defense just about does its job.
But it's something that Ricardo needs to work on. Gets in the right positions, but doesn't look where his teammates are. Does a cross right now. There's no one in the box yet. He needs to check before bringing that cross, because now you lose the ball immediately.
Churchill brothers trying to play that long ball most of the time. 30 minutes played. Lots of ball possession for Rajasthan United. Churchill brothers have had some chances though. And half an hour into this game, it looks like a fairly even one. It will be definitely about who can take their chances. And so far, it has been the Desert Warriors who have taken those chances. Here come Churchill brothers. Looks like it's going to be an offside against Anil. Fourth offside against the Red Machines, which just goes to show the trap is working for Rajasthan United. They will take their time with these free kicks as well.
And it shows you the different approach. If you play more direct football, if you bring that ball forward already, and I think we've got a yellow card already for time wasting.
Yeah, very early on in the game, it looks like it's a yellow for Babindra Mala. So putting his foot down early there, Ashish Tiwari, with an hour to go, says there's going to be no time wasting under my watch. Long ball played, nicely cleared away by Ralte. Gonkar gets a bit of a push from Hardik, but not enough to give him a foul. And a quick throw and taken, not the best of throws.
I think referees should do that much quicker. Beginning of the game, start wasting time, give a yellow card immediately. Players will not keep doing it because they know they can get a second one. If you allow it time and time again, players will keep doing it. And it happens a lot here. They do it a lot. They keep waiting. They keep wasting time. Immediately, yellow card, stop it, finished, let the game go.
Oh yes, and speaking of that, it was Shivaji Roy Chowdhury, who plays for Churchill Brothers, who did get a second yellow in the last game for time wasting. So that is something that I'm sure the referees have been told. And Shubhashish, out of nowhere, already was on a yellow, got the second yellow, and now it is Bilal Khan, who is a very able replacement, of course, standing between the sticks. So, not sure if Mala watched that game, but he has learned the hard way and is the first man into the book today. Nice header there by Ralte. A couple of red shirts going forward for it. The midfield hasn't been too active so far for Churchill Brothers. Risky dribble at the back, and it should be cleared away. Not the best clearance. Chance to turn there for Richard Costa. And Anil Gonkar plays it wide. Not the best of passes. A lot of these players, we were speaking about AstroTurf, a lot of the Churchill Brothers players would have played quite a few games back in the Dunair Stadium in Goa. That is where the Goa Pro League is played. So they will be used to it slightly, but of course some of the others who aren't, that will be an issue.
And it depends again Astro to Astro, because you have several generations of AstroTurf, and every generation again feels different. Every generation bounces different.
Here's Faisal, tries to get past, another decent ball in, good touch for Mala. Gonkar can't set his feet out, a chance for a shot hasn't been taken, and now it will be given away. And that is a great point, Steve, about the different AstroTurfs. It's more or less never the same, and especially when you move from a lot of players, a lot of fans at home will be playing on those 5-a-side, 6-a-side surfaces. It's a different ball game when you move on to an 11-a-side Astro pitch. So these are the small things that definitely play a big role.
And it puts a bit more pressure on your calves.
Yes.
So again, you get more tired, get injured, maybe the traveling, you need to go to places. And this year there's a couple of matches, like you said before. There's also Shillong. Shillong is also an AstroTurf, fully freshly new mate. So again, it will be a different setup. So it's not that easy to change every time.
Yeah, and this is the Deccan Arena where you'd usually have a sea of orange and green for Srinidhi Deccan, who are so dangerous when they play host to any side here. But today, Rajasthan United not playing in front of any of their fans. Just a few people have come in on the near side. And on the far side, it looks like it is a foul by the hosts. 10 minutes to play. Churchill Brothers need to get back into this game. Can they do so? before half-time.
And supporters is one of those important things that you need. You play your home game, you got your crowd behind you, it pushes you forward. There's a lot of teams this season who are not playing at home, they don't have their crowd there. It makes a difference in a competition. Like the coach also said in his interview, this is also an away game, even if it's on paper a home game.
Here's Martin, decent delivery, it's a touch from a white shirt, should be kept in. Anil, nice fake from him, changes the angle and puts in a very good ball, but it's nicely taken there by Mala. A teasing ball in just between the defense and the keeper, but that is good proactive goalkeeping.
Good run from the striker, right position, just a bit short, didn't get there, but I think you've maybe seen Churchill Brothers has changed their approach a little bit to more passing football, get those balls going around. I've seen a little bit more from Rajasthan using that long ball sometimes. So this is how it goes into games. You don't always play the same game, there are moments.
Yes, and this could be a good moment for Churchill Brothers. Played wide towards the right-hand side. Shot comes in, it's over the top. They're getting closer and closer, and this time it was the skipper Martin who should have kept that on target, and he knows that very well. Not the easiest of angles there from Martin, and Mala will take a bit of time. He can't take too much though.
Wonderful pass from Ricardo. Chip ball over the defense.
This time a long ball from Mala. Faizal Ali getting back and defending. There is Pushpender Kundu. Will be happy with his side start. Very relaxed and fairly frank in his pre-match press conference, just saying that, as you said about the turf, that we've only had a couple of days here. That does play on the mind of a manager, but he'll be very happy with the way his side have started, that's for sure. This could be another chance. Richardson shoots and scores, and that's number 2 for Rajasthan United. What a move from them. Gadze towards Richardson, Denzel, and the number 22 makes it number 2 for Rajasthan United. It's a dream start for them at the Deccan Arena.
What a wonderful flick from Richards. Ball over defense. You will see here also first touch. First touch wonderfully away from his defender, puts his body, pushes him away, good finish in the corner. Something I always tell my players, don't just put it on power, find those corners. So much more difficult for a goalkeeper. 2-0, wonderful start for Rajasthan.
Well, this has been a forward pass played. Referee says to restart. And you're right, that pass from Richard Gadze into Richardson, Denzel. It's Richard square, and it's double trouble from Rajasthan United with both the Richards. And just when you thought that Churchill Brothers were getting close to an equalizer, Rajasthan United with a very well-worked goal between those two. And now this is a big problem for Churchill Brothers, who give possession away. Leslie Rebello this time round, but he does win it back slowly. Good pressure. This could be number 3. It was just a little too much there for Gadze, and it's those two who are wreaking havoc up front. The Ghanaians, Richardson, Denzel, and Richard Gadze, are finding themselves, or finding each other rather, very nicely. There is Ricardo, who can pick a pass as well. Looks for Anil, who has to turn, won't have too much space, and he will get himself a throw.
And with 3 players from Ghana, they know each other completely, they know the same language. Again, it comes about the same things. You play together, you know each other, you come from the same background. It always makes it easier. It always makes it easier to know where to run, just a little view at each other, looking in the eyes of each other, and you know where to pass that ball.
Oh, definitely. Bit of a yellow card, I think, shown to Anil Gaonkar as well for that reaction. And also something which you would resonate with, Steve, is yes, on the pitch, you do have foreigners who are coming from the same background or the same country. But off the pitch as well, it's so important when you're not playing or when you're training together, you're away from home. You're in a different country for three months, 6 months, whatever it may be. So you have a friend, you have someone you can relate to, someone you can talk to, the same language. That is also something that can then get translated onto the pitch.
It absolutely can. It goes two ways at the end. Look, you can be very close to each other, which can be good, but it can also be bad for the team because you only bond maybe with your own friends. You don't go with the rest of the team. It goes both ways at the end. So yes, it's a good thing that you have your friends.
This is a chance for Churchill brothers. There will be a foul, a bit of a push from Ricardo. As we see the yellow cards shown as well. He's spotting everything, is Ashish Tiwari, as do you, I must say. And yeah, I think you're right. That balance is very important.
Yes, absolutely. It needs to be a team. It needs to form a team. And having two groups, maybe a group of the Indian players, the local players, and a group of the foreign players, as long as they don't bond, it will not work. The moment that they bond, you can be with your friends, you can be with your nationality players together, but there needs to be a family on the pitch. You have a family on the pitch, everyone works for each other.
Oh, definitely. And right now, Rajasthan United are developing those bonds between players. Having called their other games, there is a bit of an understanding, a semblance which was lacking in the first couple of games for them. But today it could all change. And we speak so much about decisions, and a big decision from Pushpinder Kundu today as we see Hardik Bhatt trying to move forward. Their hat-trick hero, Yash Tripathi, who scored that hat-trick versus Delhi, is on the bench. So they haven't needed him today, but what a performance it was from him. Of course, the last game they lost 5-0, so that's why Pushpinder Kundu just changing it up a little bit, and that has worked so far. More of possession as well for Rajasthan United. That is something they lacked in those games that I was talking about. Conceded 11 goals, scoring just 3. And those 3 came from the boot of Tripathi. So the first goal scored by someone else today. And it is 2 scorers in the form of Chunga and Denzel.
Maybe he's been having a bit of an injury, something that we don't know. Because most of the times when you have your top scorer, you would put him. Maybe the coach was thinking of putting a bit of a different approach of playing, where you sometimes need to make very difficult decisions as a coach. These are things at the end that day by day you are looking at your players, you are looking at your team, you are looking at the opposing team, and you need to make decisions. And right now, his decisions, what he made, are working. You're winning 2-0. There's still a second half to come, but with a 2-0 going to the dressing room.
This is a chance for Anil Gaonkar. Decent delivery, but Dikiara wasn't there early enough. Nicely taken by Mala.
So at the end, like I was saying, it's 2-0. You go back into the dressing room. That makes that you made the right decision as a coach. Whatever you do, you put your top scorer on the bench, as long as you get the 3 points.
Oh, definitely. I think it has been a good tactical change from Pushpinder Kundu, whether it was starting Chunga or deploying Richard Sin and Richard Gatse together. Also getting Dario down the left. Everything has worked for him so far. Chance for number 3, but well defended this time by Emiliano as we come slowly to a close to the 45 minutes. We will have a bit of added time, but that's given away. 3 minutes of added time. Chance for a turn. thought of a shot there, but it's a good run from Chunga, who opened the scoring. Bit of a loose touch from him, and a slide challenge comes in. It will be a throw for Rajasthan United.
And it's difficult on this small area to really go for a long throw. As you see, he's trying to get every inch that he can, but he needs to make the decision of not doing it because there's just no space. That's what you sometimes have on pitches. One pitch, you have a huge distance. You can do your running. If you use that as your strength and you come on a small pitch suddenly, makes it much more difficult.
Yeah, especially for Rajasthan United, Steve, because they do like to use this long throw. But because of the sidelines here, in the place where they're going to be using as a home ground, that will be offside, they don't have that. Unless Hardik, because of the closeness of the pitch, can get it further, that is a possibility. But that also might come into play, especially later on, when they might be trailing in a game and want those long throws. Here's Ricardo, that is a foul from behind from Ibrahim. And it will be a free kick for Churchill brothers as Ricardo holds on to his leg.
And that's the danger of artificial pitches also. You get a hit like that, your knee can twist much quicker, depending on the level of the artificial right now. So it's something to have in the back of your mind. Most of the times they will play with a little bit more flat shoes. You see that he's using your normal football shoes. It's very dangerous in some areas and some positions on the pitch, so he needs to be very, very careful with this.
Yeah, and it is Ibrahim Moro who did get sent off in that game versus Delhi FC. Rajasthan United lost 4-3, almost made a good comeback. He was sent off. Ball is played in and headed away quite nicely there for a corner. I think that touch came off Ruatkima. Martin with the ball in, dealt with it very well. This will be the last opportunity for Churchill brothers to get something into the mix. They've got options there. There's Caligari, there's Leslie Ribello, there's Ricardo. Who will get on the end of it? Well, whoever doesn't make the most of it. Mala will head it, or rather punch it away. Chance for Anil to take a shot, and that will probably sum up the first half for Churchill brothers. A poor shot, very wide from Anil.
And what you've seen in the corner for Rajasthan, they play more into a zone, different approach in defensive corners. So again, it's something that as a coach you see, you take into your dressing room and you try to use it for your next one.
Yes, and speaking of going into the dressing room, it is time for Rajasthan United and Churchill brothers to go into half-time. But it is Rajasthan United who are leading by 2-0. Two very different goals, one more of an individualistic effort, the other one a good team move. But Rajasthan United have done ever so well, and they take the lead into the break. Let's take a look at the stats here at Deccan Arena. 57% ball possession for Rajasthan United. They have taken less shots though, that's 4. 2 of them on target. 6 from Churchill brothers, 2 on target as well. But Rajasthan United converting those. 5 fouls from them, 7 from Churchill brothers. 1 yellow card each, no red cards. 3 corners to 2 for Rajasthan United. 1 offside for them. And the majority of the offsides for Churchill brothers. 4 shots for Rajasthan United. 2 from Chunga. One of them was a spectacular goal. Denzel scoring 1. Gaukuki also taking a shot from distance. And for Churchill brothers, had their fair share of chances. 6 shots, 3 from Martin, 1 apiece from Anil, Faisal and Rahul Raju. All of those were good chances, but they just could not beat the likes of Pavindra Mala. who has done quite well so far, as have the Rajasthan United defence. A few of them involved in the fouls, 5 of them. One apiece from Chunga, Dario, Denzel, Gokuki and Ibrahim Moro. Seven fouls from Churchill brothers, Anil and Martin with 2 each. Costa, Ricardo, Di Chiara and Leslie with 1 apiece. So this is how things have panned out so far in the Deccan Arena. Chunga with a great first touch to open it up for himself. Took one player out of it. Emiliano not getting there close enough to make the block. And Chunga with a special goal, using the defender as a bit of a shield and hitting it towards the first post and celebrating what is a special moment for him. Then Martin from a similar distance took a good shot, which was saved very well by Bhavindra Mala Thakuri, who's done well in between the sticks. This is Richard Gadse setting it up for Richard Sid Denzel. A great touch with his head, and then the second one, left foot into the bottom right corner. That is a dream goal and a dream finish for any striker. And it has been a dream start for Rajasthan United, who are finally finding their feet in what has been a difficult campaign so far. This was a challenge from Moro to bring down Ricardo. Martin with another ball in, which was headed away by Ruat Kima. And at half-time at Deccan Arena, it's been a great start for Rajasthan United. Can they hold on versus the Churchill brothers side, who will be looking to get back into this game? Join us after half-time to find out where this one ends. Welcome back to Deccan Arena. Rajasthan United have started off with 2 goals to the good. Changte and Denzel getting them the lead, and Churchill brothers need to get back into this one. Haven't seen much of Dario De Silva Jr. Maybe, just maybe, he's leaving something special for the second half. You can see they're raring to go. The Churchill brothers side, they need to make a big comeback if they want to get 3 points out of this one. And I have Coach Steve with me. Coach, what would be the team talk in the Churchill brothers dugout, or rather in the dressing room, coming into this second half?
Well, right now, if I would have seen what Churchill has done, I would not have been too happy. They've given too much space in the back for Rajasthan to run through. They need to get their act together right now. I would say use less of that long ball. You've seen the moment that they started playing around that they were getting some options in front of the goal. That long ball didn't really work for them. So I would put the approach there in saying, okay, use that ball around, play around quicker, and get your players inside the box.
I think that is an interesting tactic. As you take a look at Mala, he has not been tested apart from that free kick which Martin took. That was a good save, but a save you expect him to make, of course. We'll see if anything changes from a Churchill brothers point of view. Of course, a very experienced coach in the form of Edgardo Raul Malvestiti. But now it's Rajasthan United moving forward. Chunga, lovely reverse ball from him. And a couple of changes have been made by Churchill brothers, as you can see on the top left of your screen. Anil Ramagaonkar, who has been good in the first few games, is off. Rahul Raju is also off. Replacing them is Chika Ajulu, the Nigerian, and also Stanley Fernandez, who spent a lot of time in Sporting Club de Goa in the Goa Pro League and now has made the shift towards Churchill brothers. So in terms of personnel, Steve, they have made that change. It's just a question of whether they will change the tactics, as you said.
And Chika is someone who knows where the goal is. Very
yes.
dangerous player, gets direction that box every single time, doesn't turn around too much. Can be someone to look out for.
It'll be very interesting to see how he can partner up with Ricardo, who has got into a couple of good positions, played a few passes. But at the end of the day, it's about finding goals. And it's good that they've given Chika at least one half to get into the game, because sometimes you do see strikers are thrown in with 15-20 minutes. By the time they get used to the pace of the game, it's over. Here's Faisal, puts a ball in, looking for Chika there, but it's cleared away.
I think he's using him a bit more as a left winger than as a striker.
Another ball played in. There is Ricardo. Martin with the shot, just could not catch it properly.
So I think that will be your diamond up front. You have Ricardo up front, Martin just behind him, Faisal on one side and Chika on the other side.
Gogu will not keep that in. It will be a throw for Churchill brothers. One thing is for sure, that they have made changes quickly and they want to get a goal early in the second half. Here is Martin. Has Faisal with him. Here's Stanley making a run, but it has been put out of play and it will be a corner for Churchill brothers.
They will try to get the crosses from Faisal, put 2 players coming to the inside with Chika and already having Ricardo up front. I think that will be the game tactic for the second half.
Here is Martin. Puts the ball towards the first post. It's flicked on. It's missed by a couple of Churchill brothers players. That was the chance, and here is Stanley to Gogu. Maybe they're going to put another ball into the box. It's a shot from him, not a bad effort in fact. But it looked like Mala had it covered.
I think 2-3 players missed it. Really open just to put that header. Maybe a little bit surprised with the corner, but that always should be inside the box.
Good header there from Leslie Rebello, who has spent time with FC Goa reserve side in the Goa Pro League. But the balls into the box have been quite good. That flick on from Faisal was good as well. There's Martin chasing it, and this is once again the keeper Mala just dictating the tempo of the game. Sachin Jha is the other keeper in the squad on the bench today, and Mala is doing a good job today. Moro goes up for that with Chika, both of them. Play on, says the referee. Ball is played on that far channel, and it should be a corner. Bilal looks like he wanted that cleared the other way, but it was Lalrem Ruata Ralte who cleared it away. Here is Bilal Khan, hasn't had the best of outings, has to deal with a quick corner. Moro puts it back into the danger area. Did Ricardo get a touch? No, says the ref. Steve, we spoke about Churchill brothers and what would have been said in the dressing room for them trailing. But putting yourself into Pushpendra Kundu's shoes for Rajasthan United, 3 losses on the trot, leading this game by 2-0. What do you think he would have said? Because I'm sure he'd be very wary of, if they concede a goal quickly, then they might just shut down. So what do you think he would approach the situation?
That will be the most important, saying first 15 minutes, don't concede anything, let the ball go around, put it outside if necessary, don't take any danger in the back way where if you don't need to, sometimes a long ball on the outside, no problem there. First 15 minutes, keep the 2-0, then we can start out playing a little bit on the counter, we can use the speed behind them because they need to keep coming. First 15 minutes, be careful what we are doing.
I think that is the right approach. If you don't make any mistakes at the back, if you are solid at the back, then it's not going to be easy to break down this Rajasthan United defense. Decent ball through. Ricardo gets a bit of a touch, but Chika was too far away from him. And as you said, Rajasthan United not taking any chances, just smashing it out of play. And a throw is taken as Churchill brothers look for 1 goal. Stentley with a loose touch. Richardson Denzel beautifully threads it through for Chunga, who looks to cut but plays it towards Richard Gadse. Chunga still there. Richard Gadse goes for the ball in, needs to be cleared away. Good work from Leslie Rebello, who deals with the danger. There is a bit of a clash and something is spotted by the ref.
And like I said, they will try to use that speed, counter-attacking quickly, 2-3 passes, be on the other side of the box. That will be the game plan for the first 15 minutes. And that's where you maybe will get your little chances again for Rajasthan. And if you can score a third one, match is done.
Oh yes, we saw in the previous game that Gokulam Kerala just could not get that third goal. If Rajasthan United can do that, then 3 goals could mean their first 3 points of the season. Second foul from Moro, coming back into the team after a sending off. Needs to be careful. A bit of space here for Richard. A bit of a loose touch, but Stenley to Faisal. Loose touch from him as well. Good pressure from Rajasthan as they win it back. Here's Dario. Lovely ball from him. And a nice turn in the midfield and then a switch, which is cut out there by Ruatkima. Now played into the other channel. And Hardik does well to get away from Chika. A couple of options. Plays it to Gatse. Was that a block? That's what Chunga was asking for. But the ref sees nothing in it.
Block is something good to use regularly. It's something that refs don't always blow for.
Here's Ricardo once again putting a bit of pressure, but very well dealt with there from the Rajasthan United defense. Ruat Kima almost give it away here. There is a push there from Ricardo. Right in front of the referee.
I just don't see enough pressure of Churchill brothers. Ricardo is pressing alone most of the times. I still see 2-3 defenders completely open. If you want the striker to go and press, everyone needs to go. The whole team needs to press forward. Everyone needs to take their man. That only Rajasthan can play a long ball. You can get the second ball and immediately you can come back. Pressing alone is no option.
Yeah, especially when you're a couple of goals down. The Kiara making that second foul of the game. And already 10 minutes have passed in the second half. It's going to plan. If you're a Rajasthan United player or fan or coach, or that is a risky ball. Mala doesn't take any chances before Ricardo could get there.
But for Churchill at the moment, it's all just not good enough. Pass not at the right time, control not at the right time.
Here's Stanley to Ajulu. Great ball. This should be number 1 for Churchill brothers. Poor touch there from Ricardo. You just said it, Steve. The poor touch, letting him down there. And in the last game, he took 2 chances very quickly. This time, that touch letting him down. Gogu with the ball in. Maybe another chance for a turn. But Ratkima clears it away. And then again, it's put out from Go Kiki.
And again, a bad touch. Again, that first touch not good enough.
Here is Martin. Looks to cross it. Ratkima has been superb, I must say. And he puts it out for what will be another corner for Churchill brothers. They're knocking on the door. But so far, Rajasthan United are not letting them in. Martin with another ball. Keeper gets a touch on it. Does really well. An acrobatic clearance. And corner number 4 doesn't work out either for Churchill brothers. Look for a bit of a long throw here. Not the biggest of fields, so it is possible. Costa turns. Stanley can shoot from a distance. Goes for the 1-2. Oh, that was almost well worked by Stanley, who is dangerous from those kinds of positions. That is a foul against Nam. He's also done really well.
And again, just not good enough to control, just not good enough the first touch. That pass should have been in the right player's feet, could turn immediately. Waste of chance every time again, especially the one from Ricardo, being alone inside the box. Defender is gone, missing the touch. Impossible there. Maybe first touch immediately at goal. If you don't have the first touch, your control needs to be there.
Absolutely, and he'll be thinking about that miss, Ricardo. They've also got another option. They've got Luis Ogana on the bench, Churchill brothers. I'm sure he will be put on if they are still looking for a goal. So there is that outlet if they require it. I think they might, because we are inching towards the 60th minute here. There's Byakte. They're asking for it. It will be a Churchill brothers throw. Gogu will take it quickly. Good physicality by Ricardo, but the touch letting him down again. Stanley plays it backwards. Richard Costa doesn't have anywhere to go. Now will not get an option to turn. That is good stuff from Ibrahim Moro. Churchill brothers trying to work something, but Rajasthan United not giving them enough space. Stanley with the touch. Gogu puts it into the area. No one's home.
And Churchill can still change their midfield to 2 attacking players, which is still 1 attacking player at the moment. Bring in another attacking, turn your triangle in the middle, put a little bit higher press, maybe indeed bring on Luis, who can make a difference as a striker, bit more fit legs again. I would do that as a coach in around 5-6 minutes, 65th minute, perfect. You got still 25 minutes to go plus extra time. Can make a difference inside the game.
Oh, absolutely. As we said in the previous game, just one goal and everything can change. Rajasthan United know that. They were down versus Delhi and almost made a memorable comeback. Here is Martin. Chips it towards the second post, but Faisal could not get on the end of it. Martin is brought down. He will keep going though. And because of that, doesn't even ask for the penalty. Now he might. He does turn around and ask. And there is Dario, who is very good in those areas, loses possession. And Churchill brothers will try to move forward again. Was that a penalty though? A bit of contact in the box. Just a question of if there was enough or not.
You see him coming now to the ref and asking about it. He came back up very, very quickly. Still chance at his feet. But we need to see the replay to really make a decision in saying if it would have been or not. The referee made up his mind. You can't do anything about it, but at least we could see what would be if it would have been a penalty or not.
Yeah, and in that time it looks like Richardson Denzel is down. This will take a bit of time because that's what Rajasthan United would want. Just slow the game down a bit. They do have Paulo Victor from Brazil on the bench. He's an option who can be brought on. This was the goal from Chunga, using Ricardo really well, especially from this angle. If you see it, I beg your pardon, Emiliano, not Ricardo, just using him and then playing it towards that first post. A wonderful finish to beat the experienced Bilal Khan. As we resume action, can't lose the ball there. Got to be careful. They almost do, but that is nicely won back there by Gokuki.
On that goal, as I said before, he should have put his body in front. You see that he turns away. He's a little bit shy on that ball. Chance like that is not possible. There's been some subs in the meantime.
Yeah, Faisal Ali has come off. He's had quite a good game today. Just didn't get that final pass or shot away. He is replaced by Silo Omoma. Here is Dario, who's very good at dribbling past a few defenders, but hasn't been at his best today. Ralte tries to move forward. And what they've done very well, especially after taking a 2-goal lead, Steve, is Rajasthan United have made sure to press and not give these small passes a chance for Churchill brothers. There again, Ricardo takes a shot and almost scores a blinder, but it was always going over the top.
Yeah, they're not really falling back completely. They're still putting that press a little bit. They're still getting that ball quickly back. A lot of teams at 2-0, when you are last in the league, they would completely fall back, put 9 players in front of the box and try to just keep the 2-0. Rajasthan keeps playing football, has had a little possibilities left and right. 2-3 good players up front keeping that ball. But yeah, the important minutes are coming right now for both teams. You keep it longer for another 10-15 minutes, you should be safe. If Churchill can score 1, it becomes a problem again.
Yeah, this is a very important phase of the game. As you said, this is the time where the coaches will be looking to make a few changes. Already one has been made by Churchill, along with the 2 that they made during half time. Here they come again. Ralte does not find the pass he was looking for. And Pushpender Kundu just gives a bit of a clap to his defenders. They have done so well today. It's just about finishing the game here. Kogu, aimless ball from him. Mala should collect it, but the whistle went before that.
And as I said before, you see already some players starting to stretch their calves. If you're not used to training on an artificial pitch, if you're not used to playing on it, it has an impact on your calves, it gets you more tired. Also a reason that artificial pitches, a lot of ACL injuries coming on artificial pitches. The newest generation's a little bit different on that part. You have these hybrid models right now that are being used in the Premier League, which is half artificial, half normal grass. Those ones have less of a problem. But if you train day in, day out on an artificial pitch, which is not on a good one, a lot of ACL injuries because of the problems with your calves.
That is a very interesting point that you make. Hardik Bhatt going down, receiving a bit of treatment. He's so pivotal to this Rajasthan United side. And this is the second goal. What a brilliant touch and then finish from Richard Sid Denzel. Left Wesley Rebello sprawling on the ground, but only regretting giving the big striker a chance. And sometimes it's only one chance that you need. 25 to play. Rajasthan United looking towards their first 3 points of the season. Can they get there? Or can the Red Machines turn it on and pull off a bit of a comeback? Here's Ricardo. Ruatkima does well again. Chica tries to cut inside, doesn't get space. Costa, nice touch from Martin. Chica can cut out. He does, takes a shot, and it took a bit of a reflection straight into the keeper's hands. He's lost that for a second there, but it's all okay.
And normally, if you follow the rules,
Yeah.
this is a free kick because he had the ball in his hands, he drops the ball and he takes it back. So also there again, referee should see this and needs to take action.
Yeah, exactly. Once you've dropped it, you can't pick it back up. And he was looking a little guilty there, but we'll move on. Here is Richard Costa. Gogu takes it forward, goes for a cross, stands it up nicely towards the second post. Good piece of defending though from Hardik. It's kept alive by Churchill Brothers player. And once again, chance for a shot. In fact, it's fizzed out. Stanley keeps it in. And this time Ricardo goes for it but commits a foul. Exactly what Mala was looking for. And now he will eat up a bit of the clock.
And as you see, a lot of players of both teams are warming up. Everyone is a little bit in movement for those last minute changes that can make a difference in the game. Of course, right now, players are looking to look at the time at the clock, what they need to do to win that game.
Bilal Khan doesn't like this. And this is probably the only way that Mala can eat up a bit of the clock. Remember, he did get a yellow card already for time wasting. But when he gets a bit of treatment, it won't really affect the clock. And there is Malves Titi speaking to the players. A bit of a, I wouldn't say a water break, but a chance for both the coaches to have a bit of a word with the players.
It's something we always do at that point, something we've seen. We try to give some advice in the meantime. Maybe, like I said, an experienced player like in the previous match, Edu would come to you as a coach and say, hey coach, we need to look at this, we need to change this, have a look at this. These are very important moments in a game.
A couple of headers in the midfield as play resumes halfway through this second half, and Rajasthan United look to be in control. Yes, Churchill Brothers are moving forward quite a bit, but Rajasthan United don't seem too phased by it. Another clearance from Ruatkima, and the centre backs today have been pretty good. Ruatkima and Nam, both of them. It's not easy to deal with the likes of Ricardo, who's up front. Then you've also got a tricky Faisal, Martin who can create space, Chika's come on, Stenley's there. So the centre-backs have done really well for Rajasthan United.
Yeah, at the end, Churchill, they've played their game, they tried to bring forward, but Rajasthan in control almost the whole game, not really too much under pressure. There was a little phase in the first half, but they've not really had to do too much. Everything under control at the moment. They know where they are standing. maybe they are looking in, okay, how can we keep that 0 here? Would be a very good moment for them to get these 3 points right now. So no, well done right now. They haven't really used too much of midfield play, except in the first 15 minutes. But no, they are doing very good at the moment.
It will be a really well-earned 3 points if they can get there. All started with that man on the ball, Chunga, who's lost it now. Stenley plays it back.
Chunga played a wonderful game, especially the beginning of the game. He a little bit has gone away right now. You don't see too much of him anymore. Maybe he's a bit tired, but first half he was wonderful.
Gogu plays it towards Omama, who's just come on. Nice turn there from Stenley. Chika with a good ball. Not the best of touches, and that has been lacking for Churchill brothers today. A bit of a switch there for Martin. He's gone towards the left. Ralte should get back and does really well. And plays it into Bilal Khan.
So if I'm right now, when I look at it, I think that Churchill brothers has changed a little bit their formation to a 4-4-2 with Chika closer to Ricardo. Not really anyone on the right hand side anymore. So maybe they will bring over an overlapping fullback a little bit more so that they can go and attack.
Yeah, and it looks like it could be that. But here is Chunga, who you said wasn't too involved. Here's a chance for him to try and get number 3 for Rajasthan United. Quite tricky there, Chunga. Does really well and just holds up the play for a bit. Moro is going to shoot. That was a feeble effort from him. Looks like a change is on the cards for Rajasthan United. It looks like it will be Richard Gadze coming off. And Raghav Gupta, quite a bit of experience from him. Played for Real Kashmir for a while. And he will come on to replace Richard Gadze. And will most likely play in the midfield here, Steve, so might be a bit of a formation change for Rajasthan United as well.
I think Richardson is going to take his position up front, and he's going to just take the position in midfield of Richardson. I don't really think, as you've seen already, Richardson is up front. Not too much change in the tactics. Maybe just Richard being tired, take him off, put on new fresh legs up front, and then a midfielder. Don't think that the formation has changed.
Oh, there is Dario who goes for a bit of extravagance, gets brought down in the meantime. No foul, says Ashish Tiwari. And you're right, there is Richardson who's gone into that centre forward position. So just a bit of a swap. That's a decent delivery in. Gogu takes no chances and plays it out. And Raghav Gupta with a bit of experience into that midfield, I think will help Rajasthan United as we take a look at Gogu coolly playing it away. Here is Raghav. Takes it short. Biakte puts in a ball in, and similarly, Ricardo puts it out this time. So good pressure here from Rajasthan.
But 2 times in a row, centre-backs and full-backs not really talking to each other with the goalkeeper. This could have just been a simple header to the goalkeeper. Why put that ball out, put yourself under pressure? Goalkeeper is there. Goalkeeper also needs to demand it.
Absolutely. Here's Chunga, another delivery. That should have been number 3. And Nam is asking for a touch on it. What a moment it would have been for him.
Let us look here, completely free. Ball always should be on the floor, not that type in the air. That's a moment that they could maybe regret if Churchill brothers do something at the last 15-20 minutes. A moment like that should be 3-0 right now. We've seen it in the previous game also. So let us see what Churchill brothers can put on the other side of the game.
Yeah, and that was Nam, who, as I said, was really good in defense today. Scored a goal for Kenkre last season in the I-League. and had a very good couple of seasons with them and earning this move to Rajasthan United. Also spent a bit of time with Churchill brothers on loan, so that would have been a great goal for the number 4 had he scored that one. And Nam also made his way to Boca Juniors back when he was a youngster for a training camp, so has got a bit of that South American footballing education for a couple of weeks a few years ago.
Every moment you can take like that as a player is a big learning moment. If you can go to South America, Europe, you can go over there, maybe the likes even here in Asia, you can go some weeks to Japan, to Korea. It will always help you as a player. And again, it's the same what we said with ISL, young players coming back to I-League to get minutes. These moments will define you as a player and will give you a broader insight in the footballing game.
Oh yes, absolutely. Another corner for Rajasthan United, played towards the second post. Oops, a bit of a slip there. Hopefully he is okay. It looks like it was Ruat Kima, who is Nam's centre-back partner. Looks like he will be fine. And another substitution on the cards, perhaps. Rajasthan United are getting closer and closer, and they will bring on a couple of substitutes. It looks like Dario is off. William, who has had a good start to the season, will come on, and so will Yash Tripathi, who of course needs no introduction after that hat-trick, although in a losing cause, versus Delhi FC. So now this will be the final push from Pushpender Kundu to try and solidify those 3 points for Rajasthan United. Here's Hardik Bhatt. Keeps moving forward. That will be a foul. That's exactly what he would have wanted from Stenley.
And it means that the coach is still trying to look for a third goal. Daring to play, not just put everything in defense. You bring in 2 extra midfielders. Always good that you see a coach who dares to keep playing attacking football even when it's 2-0. Very, very good from the coach.
Yes, and we must give Pushpender Kundu some credit because, as we said, Stanley will get a yellow card here. As we said, he could have played Tripathi, he could have started differently, but whatever moves he has made has worked out. Even playing Mala in between the sticks, so far they haven't conceded. Centre-back partnerships have been good. It's been an all-round performance from Rajasthan United, right from the coach's decisions. Can they finish it off though? That is the question. Delivery played in, cleared away by Ralte. A bit of a push, no, says the ref. Chance for a ball in again, nicely done by Emiliano. And another loose touch from Churchill brothers to let them down.
And they keep letting that ball go around. Good football, find the spaces, try to get that ball inside the box. They're not being pushed away by Churchill brothers.
And there is that final change we were talking about. Ricardo comes off, had a couple of chances, has not hit the back of the net to continue his scoring form, and Luis Ogana will replace him.
It's a bit on the late side in my eyes. You got 12 minutes to go. 12 minutes is a very short period to score 2 goals, but if he can do it, he can help Churchill brothers to get a point. Would be very welcome for them also.
Yeah, especially with limited time, of course. If Ogana can get a chance, we know he can find the back of the net. Not going to be easy now for the defense, but they know that it's just 10 to 15 minutes where they have to hold on to this one. Chance for A bit of a move forward here from William. Good challenge from Leslie. And Leslie wants to throw his way. He won't get it.
And Ogana has some big experience in even European club. European club Arafat. Arafat, one of the teams that plays regularly Europa League and Champions League, even in the qualifying rounds. So yeah, he's got his experience there.
No, definitely, and that's why we were saying that maybe he could have come on a little earlier. But Churchill brothers have left it very late, haven't created too much. Here's William to try and put the game to bed for Rajasthan United. Stenley does well, gets that challenge in. And speaking of European appearances as well, you know your fair bit. You spoke a lot about your coaching career, Steve, but also as a player, you did also feature in a UEFA Cup squad for the qualifying rounds back in '98 for your local side, RWD Molenbeek. And it was a trip to Besiktas. So that was also a great experience.
Yeah, that was as a 15-year-old. I was captain of the under-23s, and our coach took some players of the under-23 squad to do the pre-season with him. So going into a first qualifying round, we received the worst team that we could, the strongest one with Besiktas. But having the experience of going outside the bus, getting in the stadium, 40,000 players, 40,000 supporters, 3 hours before the game already chanting. It's an experience that as a young guy I could just walk on the pitch. I was going to sit in the stands. The coach told this already, but it's an experience for a lifetime. It changes you as a player. You feel that pressure, and this is what we are missing now a little bit because of teams not playing at home. It is a different approach. It is a different setup, and indeed going to Europe. It's even South America is even bigger than Europe on that part. If you talk about the love for their club, the passion for their club, but it's experiences you take with you. And if you've played in Europe, if you had the chance to train with players like some of these players also in the previous match, played in La Liga, played in the second division in Spain, it makes you a different player. It honestly does. The game goes so much quicker. You see this passion on the pitch, and you see it when they touch a ball, the players who come here.
Oh, absolutely. This could be a chance for Rajasthan United. The offside flag went up very late, as Richard said. Denzel was getting close. Still a good save though from Bilal Khan. Let's take a look. Oh, it was very close, very close. There was a player stepping up, but at the end of the day, Bilal Khan with a very good save, just about keeping Churchill brothers into this game. And I absolutely agree with that point of yours. Just a bit of exposure can really help and go a long way. As Yash Tripathi, who would have gained so much of confidence, as you can see, a nice little nutmeg from him after that hat trick. You can see the difference with him already, and even the likes of Chunga, who scored early on. Once he scored that goal, he was a different player. So, as you said, it's all about the confidence.
It's about the confidence, it's about the details. Maybe in the previous games, some of the tactics still were not worked in completely. Some of the movements were maybe not 100% yet. You can see the goal quickly, suddenly it goes down. They've also had a bit of unlucky moments, we need to be honest about it. So right now maybe they get their first 3 points and it can be suddenly a different competition.
Oh yes, definitely. And Rajasthan United, the only team not to get any points, but it looks like today is the day for them. And Pushpendra Kundu, who was assistant to Frances Bonnet Karuncho, who was the head coach at Rajasthan United when they first came into the I-League, then assistant to Chencho Dorji at Deva Delhi. So has learned quite a lot over there. Now in his first proper task as a head coach is doing really well. from this point of view. So from this game, he will also gain that confidence, because as you said, it wasn't working, and now as a coach, you would know when you do something and it does work, then of course your players also believe in you, and you have that faith to go and make those bold decisions again. Stenley turns with the ball, plays it towards Richard Costa, who is not on the same wavelength. Bit of a chance here. Tripathi holds on, just keeps possession. And Rajasthan United are doing the basics right. Just a bit of a fake there from Morrow. And a couple of changes on the cards again. That'll be the end of the game for Richardson. Denzel, who is looking slightly weary towards the end of it. And it'll also be Gaukuki, who had a very good game in the midfield. And he will be making way. It will be Zoma, the number 8, to come on, as well as Paulo Victor, who I was speaking about earlier. So good to see the Brazilian getting a few minutes as well. Yes, Tripathi does well, but has a couple of Churchill Brothers defenders around him and lets it move out. It's now or never for Churchill Brothers. They've got to get upfield and they've got to create a chance.
I think that Paulo is taking over the position up front. Again, I don't see much tactical change. Maybe midfield a little bit more compact in what I understand in a quick view. But Paulo will play up front, try to hold that ball, turn around, let the wingers go around him, and try to generate a chance like that.
And it has been a very complete team effort from Rajasthan United, as you said. Every department working well. They took their chances, scored an early goal, doubled the lead. Defense and attack have been well knit together with the midfield, good structure as well. So it's all coming together for the Desert Warriors to try and get these few minutes out of the way and their first points on the table. Ball possession more towards Rajasthan United. Hardik doesn't really need to go for that long throw, but Morrow tells him, just put it into the area. Flicked on, no one home though. Martin needs to take it forward, plays it into the path of Chika, who was offside. In fact, I think it's Luis Ogana who was offside. And once again, we spoke about this in the previous match, you've got to stay on from those positions.
And as you see, 6 offsides already for Churchill Brothers. They have the speed, they have the possibility to do these counter-attacks. But if your run is not well timed, you always get in trouble, you always get offside again.
It has been one of those games for Churchill Brothers. And having got just 4 points in the first 2 fixtures, this might just be their first defeat. Here's another opportunity for Rajasthan United. Can they make it 3? Ball is swung in. A couple of players are there. I think the touch came off a white shirt. And it will be a goal kick. This win will take Rajasthan United from the last position, which was 13th, to 10th. Ahead of Trau, Neroka and Shillong Lajong. All of them without wins, but they did get a couple of draws and a draw each. But it's not yet done. Still quite a few seconds to play. Can Churchill Brothers get one goal here? If they get one here, then it will be a nervy last few minutes for Rajasthan United. Ball is played in. Keeper counts for it. I think Ogana got the final touch. And somehow Churchill Brothers don't look like they're going to score today.
And something that is, if you look at the league table right now, from the 4 teams who are last in the last positions, 3 of them are not playing at home any games. So like we discussed before, a home game with your public is so important. Shillong Lajong right now is there, but they've only played 2 games, so they still got 2 games to come. But it is important for these pushers. If it is a difficult game and you got suddenly your whole home crowd pushing you forward, getting that extra touch, it gives you an extra percentage as a player.
Oh, absolutely. But credit to Rajasthan United now, because even without that, they're doing pretty well today. They have had a bit of a crowd come in. That's coolly done by Nam. Does very well. And him and Ruat Kima have been so good today. Ruat Kima, of course, has played for DSK, Jamshedpur, Bengaluru, Sudeva, Mohammedan Sporting, and now doing well at Rajasthan United. Here is William, puts a ball in, but a bit of a slip from him towards the end of it. Now we move into added time. Eight minutes. So that's quite a bit. Quite a long time, in fact, for Churchill brothers to try and get something from this game.
And I haven't really seen where the 8 minutes are coming from. Yes, a lot of substitutions, but not really time wasting, not really moments of 5-6 minutes ball on the floor waiting. No, and we haven't seen that really. So 8 minutes is a long time. One good ball can make a big difference, but at the moment I don't see it happening.
Now Rajasthan trying to put one forward. It's just a question of getting the ball away from their own penalty area. That's how simple Rajasthan United are keeping it today. A bit of a challenge there from behind. And then he gets up ever so quickly there, Chika. But now a bit of a chance for Rajasthan United. Again, a shot comes in, but it's well blocked by not one, but a couple of defenders together. Gogu waits for someone to help, then decides to go himself and loses out. Looks like it will be a bit of a push and shove. Martin takes it quickly. And we spoke about getting a good run of results together, Steve, and Rajasthan United will be facing Mohammedan Sporting next year. Then they'll play Srinidhi Deccan. We'll come back to that. Here is Martin. Chance for Churchill brothers. Good save. Very well done there by Mala. And you can hear some of the people on the bench applauding him for what has been a great display in between the sticks. Someone stays down there for Rajasthan United, but they're going to keep moving forward. Here is Ibrahim Moro. Plays it wide. And now they can just hold on to possession down that right flank in the form of Raghav Gupta. Looks like they will put it out. So just coming back to that, Rajasthan will host Mohammedan Sporting here, then play Srinidhi Deccan here, which will basically be like an away game, and then hosting Aizawl as well. So the good thing for them is they are playing a good 3-4 games in the Deccan Arena, which will help them.
But they are playing against very tough competition at the moment. Yeah. Mohammedan, who is flying in the league, Srinidhi Deccan, who will be playing a home game even if it's an away game, and then you have Aizawl after that. It's not an easy run that they got in front of them. So even with a win today, it gives you 3 points, but you know what is coming towards you. That means you need to be 100% focused. You need to be 100% ready to get another couple of points in the next couple of matches.
Oh, absolutely. It starts from here for Rajasthan United. They'll put those 3 games that they've lost behind them. And now we'll try to move forward. Looks like we will go into around 100 minutes today, because after that 8 minutes that was shown, at least 2 minutes have gone just now. There is one back quite nicely. And a shot is taken. Not a bad attempt there from Paulo Victor. First we've seen off the Brazilian. Second shot from him. This one definitely testing a lot more. Halfway of the 8 has been played, but you get the feeling more will be added. Stenley plays it through. Martin looks for a turn, doesn't get it, and Rajasthan United just put it out of play once again. Gogu will take it quickly. Puts it into the box. Got to be careful, no foul, they say. It's flicked across the area, but there's no one home. And now Yash Tripathi will use a bit of his pace and soak in a bit of the pressure. Good challenge comes in from Ralte. In fact, he keeps it in, and this could be a chance for Churchill brothers. Decent delivery. Oh, he was offside. And that's why he left it there, I think, Ogana.
Yeah, he did it really smartly. He knew he was offside, let the ball go at that point, but his partner just couldn't reach it.
When coming to Churchill brothers and their next fixtures, they've got the likes of Interkashi on Friday, then Trau, both at home, and then Gokulam Kerala will host them. So that next fixture versus Interkashi, definitely a tricky one. They have been quite impressive, the new side, and Churchill brothers will be wary of them, so it's not going to get easier for the Red Machines either.
Like we've said before, there's no easy matches in I-League. We can check any team. Every team has the possibility of winning. Sometimes there will be a result that, like we've seen, a 5-0 there or a 6-0 there. But these teams can always come back. Interkashi indeed is a welcome newcomer in I-League. Has their experienced players, a lot of experienced players. Also Spanish coach, came from Jamshedpur reserve team. He knows what he does. He's got his assistant coaches from Atletico Madrid with him. So that is also a very, very strong team there. Trau upcoming there. We've seen a little bit. Trau has their good and bad moments in inside matches. And then, of course, Gokulam, we don't have to tell. Gokulam, very, very strong team. So also for Churchill brothers, it won't be easy after a loss here. They will have to regroup again. We'll have to see what the possibilities are and play a better next match.
Yeah, I think regroup is the right term, especially now going home. They haven't played at home yet this season, so that will be important for them. Launched long into the final minute. Officially we go. That will be a foul from Richard Costa. And Ashish Tiwari, who has kept quite a strong hold on this game, has done quite well along with his assistants. Just gives Costa a bit of a talking to as we see the foul. Not much in it though. Ball played long towards the right hand side, cleared away, and that should be that, because even if we do have a couple of minutes, it's unlikely that Churchill brothers are going to get 2 goals. Should be the first win of the season for Rajasthan United. And Raghav Gupta tries to take it forward, leaves it nicely. Not really a foul. Stenley will come with it, goes for a nutmeg. Moro does well to get a touch. He's been very good today, very stable in the midfield. And that should be a Churchill brothers throw in. And Steve, I must say it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you over the last 2 games, and your insights, your small bits of knowledge have really allowed the viewers to have a great experience watching this game. Nam does really well to put it out of play, and Churchill brothers will have maybe a final throw of the dice. Not much time. Silo will take it. Decent delivery, it's headed towards goal, it's hit the crossbar, and it's been that sort of a game for Churchill brothers. They've come very close a couple of times, but Ogana's header was only good enough to hit the crossbar.
It was my pleasure also. Absolutely, 2 great games that we've seen. A little bit of surprising results also. but it makes the competition even more fun if the teams are getting their results a little bit, getting closer towards each other. So it was my pleasure. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone enjoyed these 2 games here.
Oh, definitely. You surely did, and if you're a Rajasthan United fan, then all the more you would have enjoyed this result. A fine, finessed 2-0 victory over Churchill Brothers to finally get their first win of the season. And as I said, Steve, having yourself alongside us in the comm box was an absolute pleasure. Having brushed shoulders with the likes of Ronald Koeman, Edwin van der Sar, Marcelo Bielsa over your career, I'm sure that we would love to hear a bit more from you in time to come. So thank you very much for joining us. And as we see the players greeting each other, a few things will be discussed here and there, a few old friends will be met, and Churchill Brothers will have to regroup, prepare for their next games, and Rajasthan United will try to take this momentum into their next ones. Here are the stats: 58% ball possession for Rajasthan United, but no more shots from Churchill Brothers, 11 as compared to the 7 from the host side. Only 5 shots on target throughout the game. That was a bit of the issue, especially for Churchill Brothers. They took 3 on target but did not score. 14 fouls from Churchill Brothers, 8 from Rajasthan United. As we take a look at the shots, there were lots of corners as well. Here are the 2 shots each from Chunga and Victor, Denzel, Gaukuki and Nam with 1 each. And that just goes to show Rajasthan United took their chances. 2 shots on target, 2 goals, game, set and match. But for Churchill Brothers, that was not the case. 11 shots, 3 from Martin, 2 from Ogana, who we felt might have come on a bit too late. He did hit the crossbar towards the end. Chika with 1, Anil, Dikiara and Faisal with 1 each as well. And for Rajasthan United, 8 fouls, 2 from Moro, 1 apiece from Chunga, Dario, Denzel, Gaukuki and William. And it must be said that with all those fouls, there were also a few very good challenges and great saves from Mala, the keeper. And all in all, a good team performance. As you can see, that they're enjoying themselves for sure after that first win. It's always a special one in the season. 14 fouls from Churchill Brothers, who just weren't up to the mark today. Dichiara with 3, Martin with 3, Anil and Costa with 2 each, Gogu and Leslie with 1 apiece. Pushpendra Kundu also speaking to his players there with Ruat Kima and congratulating them for what has been a great game. And it all started with Chunga, who got the first goal, a spectacular one, cutting inside off that ball from Denzel, using Caligari and beating Bilal Khan, and then with a celebration to follow. A great moment for the youngster. Then Richard Gadse set up Richardson, Denzel, who got past Leslie and then Bilal with a nice little finish, and the number 22 gave them number 2. That was all from the first half. Then Churchill Brothers tried a little bit. That shot from Martin did not find the corner like he was looking for. A few fouls came in from Ricardo, who could not get on the end of any goals today. A few changes were made. Stanley put a ball in but could not find Ricardo. Mala did really well with his saves and collections. Naam with a very good chance to score for Rajasthan United and improve his I-League tally, but it wasn't meant to be. Maybe a header was the better option. Then Victor came off from the bench and took a shot as well. Moro was really good in the midfield, it must be said, carrying the ball and making some good challenges. And then towards the end, it was too late when Ogana came on. He almost hit the target, but the crossbar saved Rajasthan United. And as we head out of Deccan Arena, for now at least, it is Rajasthan United who get 2 goals and get their first 3 points of the season versus Churchill Brothers. From my co-commentator Steve, Leon Herver and myself, Liam Bain, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for watching and join us again very soon for some more I-League action.